And we are late, live, perfect timing. Which am I? Good morning, everybody. This is your host for today. My name is Benjamin. I will be walking you through the election today, here on Election Day 2022. The Republicans are going to sweep the House and Senate. I'm calling it. They win all the seats. There'll be no Democrats left in the House or Senate. This is what I'm talking about, folks. It is doing what it do. It is an amazing day for America, because not only is it going to be 80-something degrees outside where I live, Florida, it's also going to be one of those days that I think we look back on and we get this that's the day. Now, everyone should get out and vote. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a progressive. Everyone should get out and vote. This is a representative republic. That means you have to get involved at least once every 2 years, right? I'm not telling anybody how they should vote. I'm telling people they should vote, and vote your interest. Don't vote with your feelings. Your feelings will trick you. Vote for freedom for all. Whoever represents your vision of freedom, of what freedom is, the closest representative to that, you should vote. I myself, I'm voting Republican up and down the ticket. Well, in Florida, it's pretty easy to vote Republican. Not a whole lot of liberals, down here. And I don't mind liberals. I just don't like progressives. See, there's a difference between a liberal and a progressive. A liberal is just an everyday, common folk that doesn't really pay attention to politics that much and just likes the term liberal, makes them feel like they're libertarian. I don't know why. But progressives, if someone tells me they're a progressive, oh, that's different. That means you are knowingly trying to destroy the American Constitution. Yes, this is my banana playing the guitar shirt. See, Florida life has changed me. I now have this relaxation that I haven't had since I was a kid. I don't worry about snow. I don't worry about cold. I only do the things I want to do. If I don't want to do it, guess what? I don't do it. If I want to do it, I do it. That's it. I'm an adult with the mentality of a child and the authority to act like a child when I want to. So if I want to go outside and eat chocolate cake in my hot tub while drinking a beer and smoking a cigarette, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to have chocolate cake, wash it down with a beer, and smoke a cigarette out in my hot tub. That's my agenda. That's my goal for every day. Now, preferably, I'd like some barbecue or fresh seafood prior to the chocolate cake. But if I only got chocolate cake, hey, chocolate cake for dinner. It could be worse. Someone wrote, chocolate cake with beer, don't knock it till you try it. All right? Because chocolate cake with beer, especially if you've had multiple beers prior to the chocolate cake is like a sponge for the beer. It sponges it up for you, kind of collects it. Don't knock it till you try it. Now, for hey, let's see, Bob's awake. All right, Bob the camera. Welcome, buddy. Hey, welcome to the show, Bob the camera. That's my new camera. I've actually named him Bob the Midget Cameraman. Now, he is only a camera, but he's a little fella. He's only about maybe that big. So he is Bob the Midget Cameraman. From now on, I'm going to get a name tag for him, and I'm going to put it right on his little camera chest right there. Bob the Midget. So, thank you, Bob. He's very active at tracking me. It's pretty interesting. He looks like E.T. with one eye. Okay, I digress for Bob the cameraman. And I have no idea why he's flashing his lights blue and red. I don't know what blue means. Oh, hey, Bob the cameraman. I guess if it's green, he doesn't track me. But if it's blue, he tracks me. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Maybe he locks in when he realizes that I'm in a chair. I don't know. I wonder if Bob is artificial intelligence. Does he have a personality? No, Bob is not a voting Democrat. He is a non-union camera. So he is not voting Democrat, right, Bob? I'm watching you, Bob. All right, so let's jump right in. All right, I can't tell you the number of shows I watched yesterday and today that I thought would be all politics about the election and all that. You'd be amazed how many political shows are talking about cryptos and the threat to the democracy that cryptos are. Isn't it odd? Anything that takes power away from the government is a threat to democracy. But anything that gives power to the government, oh, that good. That real good. Maybe they're afraid all this can't be true. Maybe all the people in the government and who work for the government, or most of them, maybe they realize they can't really keep a real job if the job's actually based on performance. See, the government never fires anybody, ever. And I can vouch for this. My dad worked at the post office for 43 years. All right. From a week after he graduated high school, he started working at the post office. The only job he ever had was working at the post office. My dad, from about 1988 until he retired in 2000, whatever it was, 2012, 2013, something like that. All right. This, he didn't do anything at work. When I was in high school, we had this take your child to work day. So I went to work with my dad. We walked in. Now, mind you, he had private parking, so he had his own parking place. He was at the main St. Louis post office in downtown St. Louis. So we went into his office. Oh, wait, no. I forgot. He wanted to show me where the mail room was, where it got all sorted. So the first thing he does every day when he went to work was swing by the mail room on the way to the elevator. So he'd go there and he would grab magazines off the conveyor belt. Not his. They weren't mailed to him. They were just any magazine he found, preferably hunting or fishing. And he'd take them up to his office and he'd read them. Then he'd fall asleep for a few hours. Then he'd wake up, have lunch, take an afternoon nap. Mind you, he's there with his son trying to talk about work ethic. My dad had one job. One job. He was the accountant supervisor for the St. Louis and surrounding areas. He had a phone on his desk and a computer. He only worked if the phone rang with an accounting issue. That's it. Other than that, he had nothing to do. Literally, he had no other job except to wait for the phone to ring. And it rang probably twice a week, he said. And all he'd do is log on to his computer, check the numbers. All right, looks like the problem's right here. And he used to tell me, God bless my dad. I love him to death. May he rest in peace. He told me, most of the time I make up the numbers anyway, just to make them work. This is government, folks. Zero accountability. Yep, Bob's sleeping. Maybe he is union. This opened my eyes so much. And I can remember my dad. From then on out, I knew he was full of shit. So every time he'd come home and he'd be like, Jesus, what a day of work today. Really, old man? Really? What happened? Did the phone ring twice? Did you hurt your little fingers typing on the little computer? My dad didn't know hard work. My grandfather did, but not my dad. Oh my God. I'm sorry I'm rambling. But the point is that the problem and the reason that the governments are in full panic over cryptos is efficiency. See, the government and the government agencies are so inefficient and unnecessary. That's why they're scared. You have to remember, right? The reason that government exists is a ledger. That's it. That's all ledgers are, or that's all governments are. They're ledgers of different accounting. Census. That's one big ledger. All right. Incoming tax revenue. Well, most of that's unconstitutional, but it's a ledger. Property ownership, recording of deeds. Good morning, Bob. And license plates, that's a ledger. Government is frightened of cryptos because it is efficiency that can replace them so easily. Now, I've had friends say, well, governments use ledgers, blockchain uses decentralized ledgers. Why would this get rid of the government? Because the government, what's the difference between the government and blockchain? The inability to corrupt a blockchain. Now, you can do it if it's centralized. That's why, like Ripple, all right? Ripple is a centralized blockchain company. So basically, they're just an accounting firm that uses blockchain technology. That's it. There are more efficient ways to be a centralized accounting company than blockchain. The thing that gives blockchain value is the blockchain. The inability, if a blockchain isn't decentralized, then there's no value in the blockchain for the general public. See, what you're implementing when you're implementing decentralized blockchain is you're implementing the trustless factor of the blockchain. You're replacing the full trust of the government with the trust of the blockchain. Now, I completely agree. Shit in, shit out. Good in, good out. If the government agencies are corrupt, then the information they'll put on the blockchain will be corrupt. That's why you shrink government to a few honest players, if you can find them. And then you blockchain the rest of it and get rid of the unconstitutional parts of the federal government. All right? Did you know that a state constitution has no limits except for the limits placed in the state's constitution? But the federal constitution, see, freedom is a trickle up system. All of your freedom resides in the individual. All of your liberty resides in the individual. You lend, not give. You lend authority to the government for things you vote on. You don't give the authority. See, governments work on charter systems. Charter systems have to have an end date. Every piece of legislation has to have an end of charter date. The FDA, the post office, the Federal Reserve, all of that has to have an end date. That then we either extend the charter or we don't. Well, we are going to be, from here on out, folks, if what I think is going to happen happens, oh, it's the beginning of the charter wars. You don't think that the Republicans that will be elected in this session. Now, this is something else we need to talk about. From here on out, when you say Republican, after this election, it's going to mean something else. It's going to mean Trumpism. It's going to mean, because you have to understand, Washington, D.C., the physical area and the governmental structure of Washington, D.C., it is a democracy. But that's the only part that is. The land in which the federal government, I'm not even going to say owns, but manages, is a democracy. It's shaped that way on purpose. This election cycle, the majority of the people that are being elected as Republicans this go around are Trump's Republicans. These are originalists. These are nationalists. These are originalist constitutionalist. There's a lot of ist going on there. So they are going to get the power back from all of these government agencies. You're gonna see, and this is gonna be epic. You're gonna see the Republicans defunding a ton of agencies. The EPA's toast. If the Republicans win the House and the Senate, EPA is gone at a federal level. The EPA, the FBI, the CIA, all of the ABC agencies are going to be stripped down to their skivvies and analyzed. Most of them will not be extended a charter. The next 2 years is going to be, you see, these are things that the executive branch has nothing to do with, right? The House of Representatives holds the purse strings, my friends. All they have to do is defund it. That's it. Defund it. Don't cut the checks. Now, they'll call it, they're trying to shut down the government. They're shutting down. They're going after the old people and veterans. They hate veterans. They're going to make veterans eat rice and like eggs or something. I don't know. But you're going to hear a lot of defunding going on. And the progressives are going to say, well, the Republicans are trying to shut down the government. Yes, they are. But see, this is what makes it different. This group of Republicans won't apologize. They won't care. They're not going to flinch when the mainstream media cries wolf. They're not going to care. The mainstream media is going to come after them, and they're going to laugh. And they're going to go, we know who you are. We know your agenda. We don't care if you make us look bad on TV. It's irrelevant to us because you're no longer relevant. Have you seen how much they're freaking out over Twitter? Oh, yeah. They are flipping shit over Twitter because Elon Musk recommended everyone vote Republican. On Twitter, the sons of bitch that owns Twitter. I bet you his tweet didn't get blocked. I bet you his tweet didn't get censored. The dude who owns Twitter put out the tweet, vote Republican. And these people are freaking out over blue check marks. The elites of the elites. Only us should have the secured check mark. We are the authority. Now, pay me my $8. This is going to be. Now, if you like watching conflict, this is going to be like politics MMA. the next 2 years, the next 4, the next 6 years. My friends, those of you who have wanted a resolution quickly, you're still not going to be happy in 2 years, because this is a big ship in a big ocean, and we got to turn around, and we are getting fired upon the whole time. This is not going to wrap up quickly. This is going to go on for years. But this is the flip. This is the moment that people will look back on and go, that's when the Great Awakening officially started. Did you guys hear about there was a guy that was in sync, or was the brother of a guy in sync. It was either in sync or the back room, boys, or is that their name? Or is it backstage boys? I don't know. My wife would know. All right. Aaron Carter. Yes. Thank you. All right. Aaron Carter last weekend reached out to Ye. All right. And Ye is Kanye West. All right. Reached out to him on Twitter because Conway West has been West, whatever. Conway West has been putting out some truth about the Kazarian Mafia in Hollywood, also known as the Jews of Hollywood, but they're not really Jewish. They are Kazarian Mafia, putting out some truth out on them. Well, everybody's been giving Kanye a bunch of shit for it. So Nick Carter reaches out to him on Twitter and says, hey, yay, or yay, hey, or hey, yay, whatever. I have some information on what you're talking about with Hollywood. The next day or 2 days later, after this dude reaches out to Kanye West on Twitter publicly and says, hey, hit me up. I got info on what you're talking about. The dude, now listen to this, drowns in his bathtub. Not suicide. Drowns. This is what I heard that, and I saw it all. And the first thought in my mind was, yep, And Jeffrey Dahmer was a vegetarian. And Jeffrey Epstein killed himself with a fucking Kleenex. I digress. Yeah. Nothing to see here, folks. We have yeah. Woke up this morning, had a bad case of the suicides. Yeah, someone wrote accidental suicide. Yep. This is the world. My friends, they are in full panic mode. Look at what's going on over in the Ukraine. They know the Republicans are going to sweep the House and sweep the Senate. They know it. It's the amount of people who have registered as Republicans. Have you seen that number? Have you seen the number of registered Democrats who have switched to being registered Republicans? It is they're going to be able to cheat in a little few places, but not many, because of the limit of the population. You can't take a county with 20,000 people in it and say there were 36,000 votes out of a 20,000 person populated area. That's just a little too blatant. All right, now, quick little word from the sponsor.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from CALIX Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from CALIX Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calixsolutions.io.
All right, welcome back to the show. Now, I know yesterday I said I had a special announcement from CALIX. Apparently, I'll have it tomorrow. When I die, I want to come back as a website coder and engineer, because you never have to be accurate on when you'll get shit done. Oh, I'll have that for you tomorrow. That's great. That's awesome. Thank you so much. End of the day. Sorry, won't be till Wednesday. Oh, no. No. My good friend Bamboo Ben thought you were going to say midget. No, I don't want to come back as a midget. I don't. No. Now, would it be horrible? I mean, it kind of just depends on what kind of midget. Because let's be honest, there's different types of midgets. You have the what I would call the handsome midget that just looks like a smaller man. Then you got the no-neck midget. Then you got the I can't walk midget, where they don't have knees. All right. It kind of depends on what type of midget. All I know. Ooh, now see, that'd be different. If I could be a midget model, what if I was a handsome midget? I'm assuming the male reproduction parts of a midget are equivalent to the size of the midget, right? Somebody's going to have to help me out. Wait, what? Bonnie, what? A midget is not the same as a dwarf. Wait a second. What kind of word magic is that? Is there a difference? Is there a difference between a midget and a dwarf? Now I'm going to have to do some research. This could have just plucked up my whole day. Oh, well, we'll find out. Wait a second. Jose Altuve is a handsome midget. There's a famous midget? Is Jose Altuve? Is he like a movie star midget? Wait the hell a second. A dwarf is not the same thing as a gnome? Is a gnome a real entity? Are there like people known as gnomes? I thought that was just like the little people that you saw when you did ayahuasca or whatever that like mushroom shit is. I thought that's what a gnome was. All right. Jose Altuve is a cheat. Wait, he's a dishonest midget? How the hell can you be a dishonest midget? My world is spiraling into chaos. It's the plane. Oh, that guy. Oh, okay. I wouldn't call him handsome. All right. Was he really handsome? Come on, ladies. When you watched, what was that? Fantasy Island? Did you look at the midget and go, I'd hit it? Pardon me, but my dog just farted. And it was loud. Lacey, good Lord, girl. Okay, I don't even know where the hell this show went. What were we talking about? All right, gnomes cannot be real people. There cannot be people known as gnomes. That's the shit you put out in your garden so like rabbits run away, right? Yeah, Captain Spaulding's sidekick midget. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, here comes Patrick chimes in. Blame the dog. Great move. It's the only move I got. Okay, now let's recap. Today, I'm not even touching leprechauns. Leprechauns are mean little bastards. They're Irish. Wait a second. What if a gnome is a drunk? What if a leprechaun is a drunk gnome in Ireland? Ooh, the plot thickens. I'm just saying. Okay. This, my friends, happy election day. The size of a human has nothing to do with intelligence. What does the size of a human have to do with, oh my God, bit space coin? Nick or Rick or whatever, Vic Horton, you've got to be new to the show. Like and subscribe, my friend. You will learn that everything has to do with the Bitcoin. It's one word. It's Bitcoin. All right, everyone have as Patrick, you ain't right. Leprechauns are at the top of the little people. Oh my God, only Patrick. Is it because they're Irish? Is that why you say that, Patrick? So the leprechauns are the US dollar of the little people currencies, right? The tallest midget. Okay. Boy, what a worldview. Like rodeo clowns top the clown world, mimes are last. That's what I've always thought. That a mime is just a clown with no personality. Think about it. Or maybe a mime is a clown with depression and the inability to communicate. Okay, I'm out of here, folks. Get off YouTube and go vote. I don't care if you vote right. I don't care if you vote right. Just make sure that you vote right. All right? Everyone, love you guys. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock Central. Same channel. Like and subscribe. And tomorrow, I wonder what we'll be talking about. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.